Banger after banger.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, and hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post. It's Wednesday, you already know the vibes, and you know what that means. It's time for your AEW Dynamite review. And I'm going to be honest with you, as I always am. Going into this episode of Dynamite, I wasn't really too excited about it. It's the go-home show for Wrestle Dream, but initially it didn't really feel like that, especially with the announcement of the international title being on the line, like an open challenge. Rey Fenix was putting his title on the line against, of all people, Jeff Jarrett. And I'm like, brother, are you serious? Why is it that Jeff Jarrett gets so many title opportunities, whether it's the international title or the tag team titles or the trios title? I'm like, bro, Tony Khan, you have so many people on that AEW roster. Why do you keep going to Jeff Jarrett? And I like Jeff Jarrett. I'm a fan of his. I like what he's been doing. I like what he's been doing in AEW. But there's so many other people you could have went to for this. We kicked off the show with the Jeff Jarrett Rey Fenix match. And even though I'm complaining about it, the crowd was into it. And it was fun. And it was relatively quick. It went to a commercial, but it was still quick, man. Rey Fenix won. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Allah. So after this, we had a pre-tape segment. We go to Adam Cole and MJF, and they're on a boat. They're on a yacht. It's MJF's yacht or his dad's yacht or whatever. And they're out fishing. You know, they're having bro time. They're having buddy time. They're being best friends or whatever. And MJF, he has some concerns. He has some questions. He's like, hey, Adam, I know you're hurt and everything, but why were you spending so much time on the phone with Roderick Strong? And Adam Cole's like, listen, what's wrong with you people? How come nobody understands the concept of friendship? You can have more than one friend. Like, you're my friend Max, but Roddy's my friend too. And it looked like MJF was a little upset by this. It even looked like he was gonna knock Adam Cole's block off with the Dynamite diamond ring. And they talk, and you know, they kind of smooth things over, and they start fishing, and they catch the big one. Which big one are you talking about? I'm talking about the Big Show. But you know, it ended up with all three guys drinking on the yacht. So you know, all's well that ends well. The power of friendship overcomes everything once again. Go friendship. Something that wasn't so friendly was we had the Don Callis family. We had Don Callis and Takeshita. At first they had a pre-tape of them in Japan, and then you fast forward to Dynamite where they're talking about what they were doing in Japan, and they ended up going to Kota Ibushi's dojo, and they attack him and one of his students. And then they bring out Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara has a brand new Tron. It's not the Dragon Ball Z Tron anymore. It's a Scarface Tron, and he's dressing like Scarface. He has his white pants on, and you know, his Miami Vice shirt on or whatever. And I gotta be honest with you, they were actually getting a good amount of heat. The entire family, Don Callis, Takeshita, Sammy, they were chanting "F you, Sammy," and booing Don Callis out of the building. And the crazy part about this is we didn't see Kenny Omega at all. We saw him on Rampage this past Friday night, but we didn't see him on this episode of Dynamite. We did see Kota Ibushi getting his cheeks clamped by Takeshita, but that was pretty much it. We didn't see Will Ospreay. We didn't even see Chris Jericho because he got beat up on Rampage as well. So, you know, building up more heat for the Don Callis family. So I am excited for the little trios match that they're going to have this Sunday at Wrestle Dream. Speaking of Wrestle Dream, we have another match added. It's going to be Will Yuta versus Ricky Starks. Will Yuta challenged Ricky Starks. At first it looked like he was trying to apologize for beating him up last week, and Ricky wasn't having none of it. So Will Yuta was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna just tell you like it is. You're spoiled, you're entitled, you complain, you wild another time. I'm just gonna beat you up at Wrestle Dream. And Tony Khan made it official, so that's another match added to the card. Now for a match that I 100% needed in my life. we had a triple threat match, and the winner of this triple threat match will go on to face Rey Fenix for the International Championship next week on the 4-year anniversary of Dynamite. We had Claudio Castagnoli, who's very European, and we had the Machine Brian Cage, and it was pretty fun. This was a really fun match. You had Brian Cage and Claudio bumping meat, and then you had Nick Jackson. He's out there, he's kicking ass. Nick Jackson, man, he's very underrated as a singles wrestler. I know we know him as one half of the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks, they do their thing. But Nick Jackson, man, when he gets an opportunity to shine as a singles wrestler, that boy is good. That boy be cooking. And that man won this triple threat match, and he will go on to face Rey Fenix next week for the International Championship, and it's going to restore the feeling. After this, we had some mumbo jumbo from the Righteous. They were snapping their fingers and saying words, and they got their tag team title match at Wrestle Dream. And what was supposed to be a tag team match is now a handicap match. Adam Cole and MJF came out. They came to the ring. Adam Cole has a leg cast on. It's a big cast. He's on crutches. Basically, Adam Cole's ankle is kaput, right? I think he said he broke it in 3 places, and he has an issue with his knee or whatever. So he's gonna be out for a while. He's gonna have surgery. It's very unfortunate, man, because Adam Cole and MJF were having a generational run as tag team champions. Their whole best friend brochacho thing it was one of the best things on Dynamite, and it's unfortunate that it has to take a little hiatus due to Adam Cole's injury. And Adam Cole looked like he was gonna say that they gotta relinquish the championships, and MJF's like, no. You're my buddy, you're my boy. These tag team titles are gonna be waiting for you when you come back. He's gonna take on the Righteous by himself in a handicap match. I'm like, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, you are a changed man. You're still a scumbag, but you're actually a good person. And of course, whenever Adam Cole is out, you already know Roderick Strong's not too far behind. He's hitting the Adam. And this man, he comes out in a wheelchair. He has a hospital gown on. I'm like, why? Well, why? So Adam Cole goes away with Roderick Strong in the Kingdom. And the parting shot of Roderick Strong was the back of his wheelchair that said Hot Roddy on the back. I'm like, yo, this dude, man. Him and his neck brace. Neck strong. Neck strong. Neck strong. But you know what was strong? A very surprising special guest appearance from the Bang Bang Gang themselves. Bullet Club Gold, Switchblade Jay White, Juice Robinson, the Ass Boys, and Cardblade. I think this is the first time Cardblade has been on Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken. Jay White and MJF, they go back and forth, man. They had a little promo battle, and it was pretty dope. It was pretty lit, man. MJF said that Jay White looks like his face is made out of his beard is made out of pubes. That was very immature. Denver was chanting for weed. That's awesome. Jay White said that he's the catalyst of pro wrestling. He's talked about how he sold out Madison Square Garden, how he's the best leader of Bullet Club, Bang Bang Gang, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if this is gonna happen at Wrestle Dream or not. It doesn't look like that's the case. But whenever they do wrestle, whenever Jay White and MJF do wrestle, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be mad if Jay White won, because that would be a good look for Jay White. It would be a good look for Bullet Club Gold. You know what I mean? So hey, man. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds, especially with the way Dynamite ended. We'll get into that in a little bit. So we go from the fire promo between MJF and Switchblade to this hilarious backstage segment between Christian and Darby with Jim Ross. And Christian decided that fathers are not enough, mothers are not enough. I gotta go after the whole family. So he's upgraded to uncles now. So now he's making fun of the fact that Darby Allin's uncle was dead. He mentioned Nick Wayne's dead father. He mentioned Nick Wayne's hot mom. So this man is an absolute menace. And at Wrestle Dream is going to be Christian versus Darby Allin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And Christian said the reason he picked this match, even though it was kind of like sprung on him that it is going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match, Christian decided that he picked the match for some reason because he knows that Darby Allin can do all the dives and the flips and all the skateboard stuff. He wants to see what happens when he actually has to wrestle. So that's a match I'm actually really looking forward to, especially with these rumors that are going on that a certain someone is very close or on the edge of signing with AEW. So, who knows? So after this, we have a fatal 4-way match. We have Penta, we have Orange Cassidy, we have Matt Jackson, and we have one of the ass boys, Austin Gunn. And this was fun. This was a lot of fun. There were a lot of Canadian destroyers in this match. I know a lot of people are upset of the overuse of the Canadian destroyer. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna blame you. I'm not gonna blame you one bit, because the Canadian destroyer used to be like one of the coolest moves ever, and it still is a cool move, but everyone does it now. So I ain't even mad at you if you feel a certain type of way of them spamming the Canadian destroyer in this match. But it was an overall fun match. Orange Cassidy won, and this was, more set up for the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match at Wrestle Dream. And I think whoever wins the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match will get a shot at FTR at an opportunity whenever they choose. So, good for them, good for tag team wrestling. Cool. Alright, so now we have the main event match of the evening. This was the women's match, the one women's match. You already know how this goes. We have Julia Hart taking on Willow. Julia Hart has the coolest entrance in wrestling, or one of the coolest entrances in wrestling, but definitely one of the coolest entrances in AEW outside of the House of Black. So, there's that. And then you have Willow coming out with, and I see what they were going for. It looked goofy because of the way the eye bandage looked. I understand why they did it, because, Julia Hart sprayed Willow Nightingale in the face with a poison mist. So there's that. It just looked goofy how they had the bandage over her eye. But then once the eye bandage came off, the way her eye looked like Malachi Black, it was kind of cool. And then on top of that, we had a more aggressive style from Willow Nightingale. She was pissed off because you messed up your eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be mad too. But ultimately, Julia Hart won. She won with the moonsault. And then she locked on, what's her submission move called? I think it's called Heartless. And then as she has it locked in, Chris Statlander comes out. And then, they have a little face-to-face. Julia Hart gets out the ring. She's hiding behind Brody King. And Brody King and Chris Statlander, they're having a little face-to-face. And that was pretty fun to me. So now we have the main event segment. And it's a contract signing. This is like the third contract signing in a week. We had a contract signing on SmackDown. We had a contract signing on NXT. Now we have another one. You know how contract signings go. One person says something, another person says something, then this person says something, then they say something, then they sign the contract and they stare at each other deep in their eyes or whatever. And that's pretty much what this was. Swerve had one of the dopest lines in contract signing history. He said something, what's a buckshot to a kill shot? And I'm like, oh, you rap, because that was a bar. That was a bar. And Hangman, he gets a little aggressive too. He's like, yo man, you've been talking all this trash about how you want my spot, and pretty much said, man, don't piss me off. This is cowboy shit right here, son. So and then it ended with Hangman stabbing and swerving in the hand with a pin. I'm like, that's not nice. Yeah, man, that's how we think Dynamite is gonna end. But wait, there's more. After this, you see Jay White getting jumped in the back by a whole 4 dudes dressed in all black. They have black masks on. They're dressed in all black. And it's like, I'm like, yo, is this fucking Retribution? Is Mustafa Ali here already? Is this 90 days already up? But no, it is not Mustafa Ali. You see a man in a devil's mask. And I say a man because you're supposed to believe that it's MJF. Me personally, I do not believe that it is MJF. I think it is somebody else. A lot of people are saying that it's Adam Cole. And I'm like, I would see why you would think that, but I don't know. I don't want to take it that far. I mean, they can stretch this out. Maybe the Adam Cole injury isn't as severe as we think it is. I don't know. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting way to end Dynamite, man. The whole plot twist, the whole, cliffhanger. Who is the man in the mask? Do you guys think the man in the mask is MJF? Or do you think it's somebody else? Do you think it's Adam Cole? Is it Mustafa Ali? It might be Retribution. You never know. You never know. It might be Dolph Ziggler. It might be CM Punk. It might be Rick Boogs. He's saying a lot of stuff online, so it literally could be anybody. The possibilities are endless. But yeah, man, from what I thought was going to be a mid-ass episode of Dynamite, absolutely turned around. It was really good. Was it a good go-home show? Not really, but it was an overall good episode of Dynamite. So, for that, it gets the honorary W. But let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Who was the man in the mask? Is it Edge? Is it Mustafa Ali? Is it Jade Cargill back for revenge? Who is it gonna be? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, subscribe. You guys take care of these. I'm out. Peace.